What's good, guys? It's Babu, the Ubuntu Elder. Welcome to the Kickback Frequency Cave Live. Happy Saturn Day. I know you guys call it Saturday, but it's Saturn Day. And really, we didn't really go on the days or the weeks. We were all about the moons and the 28 days. Of course, it's 13 moons. I did a video early on it, so it's going to be cool. But today's episode, very excited about it. We got, I met this young man, very awesome young man. Brother D, this for you, baby. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Yes, all day long, baby. Very, very honored to love on this young man. Had a chance to speak to his fiance as well, and they are just a loving family in their belief and love for the Almighty. It was fascinating to talk to. And the funny thing is, people teach you to look for differences and things like that, but we're not going out like that. We only honor, acknowledge the sameness, the alignment, and we were super aligned out the gate. So let them cook. Podcast. I always want to support each other, so I definitely want to promote his podcast. So if you love God and love how you were brought up in the church, this podcast would definitely be for you, for sure. And I have number of respect and love for him, for sure. And we talk about spirituality, all types of things, like brothers do. Ubuntu way. Somebody cue my music, we get this thing started.
Yo, it's the kickback. No cap, no script, just soul. We crack codes, not jokes, but laughter still rolls. Real talk, real folks, real flames getting lit. From the matrix to the mound, yeah, we're built for this shift. You found the true spot, now breathe and just vibe. It's your story, your rise, and we're here for the ride. Welcome to the kickback.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Welcome to the Kickback Frequency Cafe Live. All love to all the listeners. And please like, subscribe, and set that notification. I'm trying to get over 1,000 and then 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys as well. But anyway, back to what we're going to talk about today. And actually, I got to head out in a little bit. My son has a college soccer kind of expose. A lot of colleges will be there, and the elite soccer players, or football players as we call it, will be out there doing their thing for the coaches. So I wanted to hit you up before I did that as well. And again, let's get this thing popping on the topic of the day, and we'll hit a couple of things going on in the NEWS, which keeps us scattered. So, but the only NEWS that we care about is that impacts us and our people. It's not that we don't care about all beings, we do. However, we only have enough room and space and time and love for our own. And that is the way it's supposed to be. The universe operates like that. I mean, there are 12 universal laws. We'll go on that on the next podcast. I think it'll be very important for those who are seeking more to have this information. And again, we don't put the information out to say it is better than other information. It is right. We know, and the key word is know, we know, excuse me, that spiritually it is not incongruent with alignment of Gaia and the universe. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's move forward. So I touched on the 13 months in a video, so if you haven't a chance to see it, definitely check it out. I think that for those who know, but for those who are seeking, searching, want to learn more, It starts with alignment and how, when the shift happened, we were removed from alignment. You know, we never operated in months. We didn't know what that was until we met the colonizers. So we operated with the moon. The turtle's back has 13 large scales and 28 outer scales around the shell. And nature is funny. It duplicates, replicates, okay? Everything is connected. So there are no straight lines in nature. And those are facts. You have to really investigate to put all these things together, and it takes time. But the chosen who have suffered, who are connected in ways that some who have not are not, they have a distinct advantage as far as understanding. So some of you have to catch up. Not like the stuff you put on, you know, like vegetables or things like that. I knew someone that ate actually ketchup like straight out the bottle. Have y'all seen interesting things like that in your lives where people have done things that have caused you to say, do you know days you would have had an opinion? That's ego. When you're awakened and you're spiritually inclined, or you're elevated elder, like when I talk to my bro D, you're learning to move past having things that you see that you cannot prove or cannot identify, allowing those things to impact you. You can't allow those things to impact you, because I share with some brothers, just like you hear noise, you hear people talking or someone screaming across the room or screaming in a crowd. I shared with Brother D and Marcus that in my experience, majority of the time, these people saying things, they're fishing. They weren't speaking to me directly. So I learned from, I don't know if it was my granddad or maybe one of my aunties. I'm sure it was one of my aunties, probably Auntie Cat. So you want to say to yourself really quickly, was that meant for me? And if it was meant for me, was it meant for me to answer? And if it was meant for me, to answer, is it for me to answer it now? So if you put those three things in your spirit and, excuse me, and instantaneously kind of say though, or ask those questions to yourself. Now that's provided you have an inside voice. If you don't, you can't ask yourself these things, right? All right, so I want you to kind of do those things. If you could do those three questions, it'll keep you out of a lot of, low vibrational energy, and it'll keep you away from the energy traps, the harvest traps. Because think about it, if a person can get you riled, that energy they then can usurp from you. Usurp means, vampire, grab, siphon, those types of things. So be careful, be mindful, be in nature. That's the protection you have. And when you speak to people, you have to, the only thing that doesn't lie, right, that's truth, 100% truth, is sound, is vibration. That's the truth. So once you become attuned to frequency and the sound of how a being is speaking as opposed to the words they're actually using, because they could be spell words, and I've gone over podcasts with that as well. So listen carefully before you speak, because you may be uttering spells as well. When you say good morning, when you say hello or blessing, that's be blessing. Be less. Be less you. You hear me? Be less you. You don't say that. Okay? Morning. When you say morning, what other meaning is morning? That is actually the real meaning. So we just have to get back to communicating more demonstratively, meaning with body language, meaning with our eyes, with our facial expressions. You know, we taught our son sign language because we wanted him to be able to communicate, and we know that children are little beings and they can communicate. And we used to communicate in the old days sign language, all the different tribes. So sign language was the thing. And Paleface couldn't understand it. So it was awesome. Even when they forced English, and which is a broken freaking language for real, for real. How many languages you know that a word can mean 5 different things? It's psychotic. Again, this is another thing to keep you out of alignment and keep you out of balance. Okay? Because you never really know what a person is saying and meaning if you're just listening to the words. All right? It's Babu, baby, Ubuntu Elder. Hey, my man James Jim in Stone Ridge, Ohio, Gahanna, Asian Gourmet. I always talk about this, probably because I'm part on it too. But we love this sushi. It's fresh. It's daily fresh. This is not something that's held over. And when you come, just mention Babu, Coach Clement, and you're in there like swimwear. You feel me? Right. All right, Brother D, hope everything is going well. Peace be unto you and your family. Marcus as well. And all the beings that are out there just being. It's Babu, baby. Someone cue my music, man. Let's get off this thing.
That's a wrap from the kickback. Keep your flame on high, stay woke, stay kind, keep your third eye dry. No lies in our lane, just truth you can feel. From the streets to the stars, the vibes are real. Till next time, fam, stay bold, stay black. And if you ain't lit yet, you better run that back. Catch you next time on the kickback.
Kickback. Yeah, we out, baby. Peace and chicken grease.